It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Casey Auto Group, Subway, and Bayport Credit Union.
Kempsville stuck in a 63-game losing streak. The Chiefs' last win came in 2013. Tonight, taking on Bayside. Kempsville's Javon Mims takes a direct snap, takes it in for the score in a 26-7 halftime lead. The Chiefs' defense going to get it on the action here, going to sack the quarterback, Deshaun Wright, who fumbles the ball. Jack Evericks picks it up, takes it to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be the game winner. Kempsville holds on. Look at the celebration, 32-28. The streak is over. Kempsville wins for the first time in 63 games. The seniors on this team were in 6th grade the last time the Chiefs won, but now Kempsville tastes victory for the first time in more than 6 years.
Whew. Just look at these guys, man. Just look at their faces, man. That's all the words I got to say, man. Look at their faces. Look at their faces. Look at that stains. To God be the glory.
I don't think the coaching staff. Look at this, look at this. I want you to look at this, look at this. The fans. We haven't won a game in 5 years, and they're still with us. It's stuff like that that keeps me going.
Wow. Week 9 of the high school football season. Welcome to Friday Night Flights. I'm Brian Parsons. This is Bruce's bye week.
Bringing the righties, right? Off the bench.
Off the bench,
Hey,
and what a great game to see there.
That is why you play the game. I'm Nathan Epstein. Good to be here.
Well, after tonight, only 2 weeks left in the regular season, and we begin in Chesapeake with a pair of teams that are playoff bound.
And that would be Deep Creek and Oscar Smith. Lost the first game of the season. Last week gets Indian River. Oscar Smith, meanwhile, one of the best high school entrances in the country. Tigers roar out of the cage. Opening kickoff. There goes Tyvon Norfleet. Fleet of foot, 65 yards. And come on, you got to go to the junior to finish it off. Ensuing drive, Norfleet takes the handoff into the end zone, makes it look easy. And the Tigers lead 7-0 after the first quarter. Second quarter, handoff goes to Ramon Copeland. He's one of the best speedsters in the area. And look at Norfleet there with the big block, and Copeland trots into the end zone. Oscar Smith rolling. It's 14-0 Tigers late second quarter. Brian, any guesses who's taking the handoff here?
I'd say Norfleet.
That would be Norfleet into the end zone. Tigers all over Deep Creek, 42-16 tonight. And now we go to the beach where Salem is running away with things.
How good is Class 5 this year?
Wow, between Maury and Salem, yeah.
Indian River, Highland Springs and Richmond.
Beast.
The Sun Devils are just behind Maury in Class 5. The Commodores beat Booker T. Washington last night. Tonight, Salem, which has 6 shutouts this season on the road against Kellam. Salem scoring early and scoring often. Second drive for the Sun Devils. Saquon Miles connects with an open Desmond Green. That made the score 13-0, but would this be the night that someone would actually score on Salem? Damian Maisel gets out of trouble trying to avoid the sack, scrambling around. He's going the wrong way.
Where is he going?
Oh, but he's going to find Carson Ashby in the back of the end zone. That could be a top 10 play of the week.
Yes, sir.
Salem surrenders a rare touchdown. Salem, though, just rolling up the points once again. Kalon Black, how many times have we heard his name? Crosses the goal line for 6 more. Salem goes on to win 42-7 to remain undefeated. Sun Devils have given up a mere 19 points all season long. They are going to be a tough out in the Class 5 playoffs.
And Black, by the way, you're going to see him on Saturday. Action on the peninsula last night, the battle of 2 great defenses. Woodside taking on Phoebus, the Class 3 state runner-up from last year, Woodside in white. Quarterback Khalif Jimison's pass intercepted. Jaden Jackson runs it all the way back for a pick 6. 7-3 Phoebus at the half. In the third quarter, Phoebus running back Anthony Turner gets the handoff, punches it in for the score. Turner would add another touchdown on this right here. Might have been stopped up, spins away, 50 yards. He's gone. Phoebus rolls to a victory over Woodside.
Now to Chesapeake. Indian River, fresh off of its come-from-behind win over Deep Creek, taking on Western Branch. Third quarter, Indian River up 28-13. Western Branch's Deshaun Frazier looking to bring the Bruins all the way back with one play, but instead it's picked off by Brian Stukes, and Stukes going to make a few guys miss. Made you miss there. Going to give the Braves better field position, ultimately taken down. Indian River, however, would turn it over on downs and leave the door open for Western Branch. Just under 3 minutes to play. Frazier again looking downfield. This time he connects with Joseph Kroll, who takes care of the rest. Bruins cut the lead to 9. They go for the 2-pointer to make it a 1-score game. Shamik Blizzard gets the call and powers his way down to the goal line, but it would not be enough. Indian River holds on 28-21 despite being shut out in the second half.
All right, now we go to the beach. Two teams playing for their playoff lives. Green Run against Princess Anne in blue, and here is one of the craziest plays you're going to see all year. Cavaliers secure Brown and merge to the line. Look at that, without his helmet. Looked to be a touchdown, stopped because his helmet was being popped off, and that would lead to a penalty. And then 2 plays later, Tyshawn Chapman would score to give PA the lead. Green Run battling to keep pace, scored on this touchdown run. Samuel Wiggins, he is gone, and that is the speed he has, just as the speedy Grimes would catch up with him to tie the score at 13-all. Princess Anne would add 2 scores, including this long run by Tony Grimes. He's just one of the best in the country.
Man.
Sporting number 16 on the jersey because his was, well, ripped, so got to go to new laundry. And the Cavaliers went on to win this one, 37-19. Ocean Lakes trying to snap a 2-game losing skid. The Dolphins taking on First Colonial here. Ocean Lakes' Kai Hodge takes it in for the score. Hodge wasn't done here, and he will go up the middle and in for the score. Got to keep the legs moving. Quarterback Kobe James hits Anderson, Burns, middle, and over the middle, and he would run in for the score. Then Hodge, again, man, this guy is all over the place tonight. Gets the ball, and look at this 50-yard run. I've seen this guy play all season. He has got speed to burn. He actually was a backup last year, came all the way back, and now he's one of the premier starters, and Ocean Lakes rolls 45-0.
Well, Lake Taylor is one of the top teams in Class 4. The Titans taking on Granby, and Lake Taylor came to play tonight. First possession for the Titans. Jeffrey Foster, the junior quarterback, keeps it. That's a Lake Taylor touchdown, and this time, Foster going to go to the air, looks for and finds Darius Spite in the end zone for the score. 40-yard strike. That made it 22-0 Lake Taylor, and the Titans just getting warmed up. Now, you can't talk about Lake Taylor without mentioning Malik Newton. Look at this one-handed grab. Oh! He also happens to be a fantastic baseball player as well. That's a Titans touchdown, 22-0. All right, now Granby trying to make something happen here, back to pass, and Jeffrey Foster, he's a top-notch defensive back, too.
Whoa,
and
tip drill.
That is a pick six. And Nathan, where is this going?
Right into your living room for the pick six.
That's it. Granby loses to Lake Taylor 64-20. Titans are off next week. They host Norview in the regular season finale the following week.
Just getting started. Chesapeake bragging rights on the line. Grassfield against Great Bridge. And Brian, this was one of the best shootouts of the season so far. We have highlights on the way.
And it's back to the peninsula where the Warwick Raiders are trying to solidify a coveted spot in the postseason. But the Bethel Bruins were hoping to play spoiler tonight at John B. Todd Stadium. Richie.
We are the Grassfield cheerleaders! Don't go away! We'll be right back with more Friday Night Lights!
All right, 2, 3, and 4 teams. Grassfield against Great Bridge, both still alive to make the playoffs. This game, Brian, was insane. Fourth quarter, Grassfield in white. Quarterback Damani Ward reverses field. Looked like he was going to pass to start off with, but he's going to go. 52 yards for the touchdown. Grassfield takes a 2-point lead, 28-26. But back come the Wildcats. Last 2 minutes of the game. Devontae Cooper, the handoff. Touchdown standing up. Great Bridge back in front. Plus the 2-point conversion, it's 34-28. Minute 18 left. Grassfield near midfield, but it's 4th down and 5. Ward looking to keep the game alive. It's incomplete, but there's laundry all over the place. Great Bridge called for pass interference. New life for the Grizzlies. And on the very next play, Ward with a pump fake. And Trayshawn Washington all alone for the game-winning touchdown. Grassfield comes from behind in the final 90 seconds and stuns Great Bridge 35-34. Tough loss for the Wildcats, but man, was that a great game to watch, Brian.
Wow. An all-Suffolk showdown. Lakeland against Nansemond River, which comes in with a 5-2 record. The Warriors put on a special teams clinic in this one. It got started on the opening kickoff, and Marlon Sellers, he finds a hole, turns on the Jets.
Stiff arm, too.
What a start for Nansemond River. They always have great track stars on that team.
Speed, speed, speed.
But not so much for Lakeland as far as the scoring goes tonight. The Cavaliers down 7-0 and digging themselves a deeper hole. The snap over the punter's head, and it's a race to the end zone. Matthew Pravat falls on it for Nansemond River. Warriors up now 15-0. Lakeland back on offense.
Oh!
Trying to set up the screen. Wayne Cochran, see you later. The Warriors go on to win it 50-0. Lakeland still in search of that first win of the season.
Who says special teams doesn't win games?
I think it does.
Back to the peninsula. Bethel trying to bounce back from last week's loss against Denby.
The Bruins taking on a Warwick team that is trying to get over 500. To John B. Todd Stadium we go. The Warwick Raiders starting off strong. Derek Dixon going to find Nashawn Toye. Toye stiff arm.
Oh, look at
the
that
Bruins
stiff arm.
defender. Gone upfield for the touchdown. Raiders up 7-0, and more from Warwick. Dixon, this time, why didn't he just go ahead and keep it? Squeezes right through the middle and runs it in for another 6 points. But the Bruins aren't going to go away quietly into the night. Christian Walker going to connect with Isaiah Smith right between two Raiders defenders. Smith gets into the end zone. Bruins on the board, but not enough. Warwick goes on to win their homecoming 35-14 in a battle between Allen Iverson School and Michael Vick's old school.
Not the Christian Walker from the Tides, I'm assuming.
Not that way.
At Darling Stadium, Heritage against Kickingham. Been a rough season for both of these two Newport News rivals. Heritage in the white jerseys, and I'll tell you what else was rough to come by tonight, and that was scoring points. Neither the Hurricanes nor the Warriors got much of anything going tonight, but Heritage does do just enough and holds on for the 6-0 win. It's their first win since beating Denby back at the end of September.
The rest of the score is courtesy of the Friday Night Flights scoreboard. Kings Fork snaps its 4-game losing streak. Bulldogs over Hickory 28-7. Cox improves to 4-4 after defeating Tallwood 25-12.
Gloucester picks up win number 6. The Dukes with a 40-6 win over Denby, while Northview gets past Wilson 21-6.
Poquoson puts up 54 points in its win over Bruton Tab 28-26 over New Kent.
And York remains undefeated. How about York this year?
They beat Lafayette this year.
They beat Lafayette this year, seemingly unbeatable Lafayette. The Falcons over Smithfield 38-13. Nansemond Suffolk Academy defeated Fredericksburg Christian by a score of 49-28.
Southampton gets the win over the Windsor Dukes 54-6. Franklin falls to Greensville 44-8. But the big story tonight, you saw it at the top of the show, Kempsville snaps a 63-game losing streak. Nathan, how long has it been?
It has been 2013 was my very first fall season here with the Sports Wrap and Wavy TV, so that's how long it's been. But you think about the practices these guys go through, the summer workouts, and so many seasons of heartbreak. Man, it is so good to finally see it.
I feel so good for those kids. Congratulations, what a great job they did.